Hey there, my name is Alex, I am the Silver Mont, and let's have a look at Nioh's last chance, trial, demo, whatever you want to call it. The game comes out in just a few weeks, which is why I'm speaking so fast in this video. This is our best look at the finished product to date of Nioh. If you haven't seen my videos on the alpha and beta, please do check those out. There are links in the video description, and well, I'm only going to touch on what's new in this last chance demo in this video. For the most part, the last chance demo is very in line with the beta, so if you've played that, not too much has changed. But here's a list of new or different things. If you've played the beta, by the way, and you don't want any spoilers for the last chance demo or the final game, you can stop watching now. Because if you liked the beta, you're probably going to like the rest of it. For starters, the last chance demo has a different main stage from the alpha and the beta, taking place near a misty lake and ending up in a shrine to a shogun's dead heir, culminating in a boss fight with a grieving ogre. As with the other levels demoed to us so far, there's an emphasis on finding the best path through, dealing with the enemies in your way. It's very like Dark Souls in that respect. Enemies will respawn every time you interact with the altars or shrines, and there's 3 of them in this level I believe. But has Nioh separated itself enough to be more than a simple Souls clone? Well, we'll have to wait for the final game before we can know for certain. Personally, I call it a Souls clone simply to explain it in a nutshell. I don't use it as a derogatory term. Aside from the new level, the other big new thing would be weapon. The Kusari Gummer is new in this demo. Am I imagining it, or is that exactly one of the weapons I was hoping would be in during my beta video? So now we have Katana, Dual Katana, Spear Axe and Kusari Gummer for melee weapons. Hopefully we'll get a few more in the final product, but even if we don't, I'd be fairly satisfied with this arrangement. As usual, I'm a spear guy. I didn't use the Kusari Gummer much, but it seems to have a very cool moveset. Other new things learned from this demo? The blacksmith now has the ability to transmog or glamour weapons and armor. What's this mean? Essentially, you can take your katana of Eternal Bursting and transform its physical appearance into your katana of Big Zapping, whilst keeping its stats. You can change the appearance of weapons into those of another. This is an awesome feature that means even if you find a weapon with better stats, you can keep the appearance of your favourite weapon. The blacksmith can also now give you a haircut. I'm not sure I'd personally go to a blacksmith for a haircut, but you do what you gotta do, you know? Most of her other functions return from the beta, soul matching where you can, for example, use a level 20 weapon to boost the strength of a level 10 weapon, and creating new weapons entirely using materials gathered. New enemies, well there's a few. The demon yokai enemies in Nioh continue to be extremely entertaining at times. There are some very inventive and fun, if horrible to fight, enemies in Nioh, and the bosses so far have been very exciting and memorable. There was also a mimic enemy, and well, I think my reaction to that in this video speaks enough on that matter. As for the other changes, there seem to be a lot of final balance changes going on here. Remember the magic that lets you slow enemies, even bosses? Well, I couldn't find that in Last Chance. I think it's still in the game, but probably harder to obtain. You can't get it right at the start of the game, because let's face it, it was insanely powerful. The key pulse dodge that was low stance in alpha, high stance in beta, you now have to obtain that as a skill, although you can get it very early on, and at least in Last Chance, and you're definitely going to want that. And there's a skill in ninjutsu which, well, it was there in the beta, and it permanently increases your minimum elixirs on spawn, I think. I'm not entirely sure how that works. We're going to have to wait for the final game to get the specifics. You still can't buy elixirs from the blacksmith, but I'm hoping in the final game, well, I'm hoping it will have an elegant solution for the health and elixirs. I never ran out of elixirs in Last Chance, but then the ogre boss took me about 3 attempts, likewise with Muneshige. It took me probably close to 100 attempts to beat Muneshige in the beta for comparison, so either they made him a lot easier or I just remember how to beat him. Probably that. I think that's about it. Last Chance gave us a good look at how Nioh's final product is going to be, I think. I really hope there are more colourful and bright levels though. The game has a lovely visual style, but seeing it almost exclusively at night is getting old. I'm looking forward to the finished product at any rate. What did you think of the demo? Let me know in the comments below. It's up for the rest of the weekend. The demo, not this video. So if you haven't tried it, go download it off the PlayStation Network store thing. And now I gotta go, so I'll catch you guys later. Take care.